Welcome to the HyperEquity System demo for planners. By the end of this session, you'll feel comfortable and confident reviewing employee compensation, making updates, and submitting your recommendations without any guesswork. So let's get started. First things first, let's log in. For this demo, we're using a test account, our good friend Michael Scott. Once you're in, the first thing you'll see is the compensation table. This is where you'll spend most of your time as a planner or manager. This table gives you a bird's eye view of your employees and their compensation data. From here, you can see all employees you manage, both direct reports and teams beneath you. Review compensation details for each person and make updates to pay increases. At the top, you'll also see a budget chart. This tracks how much budget you have available and how much you've used in real time. As you start entering pay increases, you might notice some alerts and warnings pop up. Here's how they work. The yellow warnings are just advisory notices. You can still submit, but it's something to review. The red errors must be fixed before you can submit. These alerts are designed to keep everything aligned with company policies. So if you see one, just click on it to see what's going on and how many instances there are. Now let's talk about how you'll actually interact with the data. Each employee row contains their pay information, any warnings or errors, and their recommended increase based on the performance rating and market range, to name a few things. What you're seeing here is the view of a planner who has both direct reports and additional teams beneath them. While this planner is responsible for their own employees, there are also other planners managing teams below them. For example, Toby Flenderson has a warning because his planner, Karen Filippelli, hasn't submitted her recommendations yet. Andy Bernard has a similar situation. His submission is waiting on Dwight Schrute. They are both planners beneath our current planner, Michael Scott. These indicators help ensure that all planners submit their recommendations in the correct order, keeping the merit planning process on track and aligned. As we navigate through the system, you'll notice that different row indicators help distinguish planners. Your own direct reports will appear with a white background. Employees managed by other planners will have a slightly shaded background to indicate that another planner is responsible for their merit planning. This makes it easy to quickly identify which employees fall under your direct responsibility and which are being handled by other planners within your team structure. All right, let's actually input an increase. For each employee, you have two options. Accept the recommended increase, which is calculated using the employee's position in range and performance rating, or enter a custom amount. As you do this, watch the budget chart. It updates automatically so you can see how your changes impact the overall budget. As we begin to fill in these increases, these will all add up and use up our annual budgets for every employee that we oversee and we're planning for. If you have employees outside the US, don't worry about currency conversions. HyperEquity handles that for you. For example, Roy Anderson is paid in colognes. If you enter his increase in colognes, the system converts it to USD so your budget stays accurate. You can also switch your budget view to different currencies, and this will remain for all employees you plan for. Let's talk about pay ranges. This is important to keep in mind when making decisions. If an employee is below the minimum range, you'll get an alert. The system will show the exact dollar amount required to reach the minimum. If an employee is at the max or above, the system will show how close they are to the max of their pay range, and an alert will appear. For example, if we give Jim Halpert an increase that pushes him over the max, the system flags it and will notify you. Let's take a closer look at how you can interact with the table and the tools available to support decision-making. You'll see several range fit charts, as well as a lump sum option, which may be available for employees who are over the maximum of their pay range. In a lump sum scenario, a comment will be required. As you enter in increases, the option for comments is available for all employees and is a good way to explain your reasoning for the decision. Additionally, the table includes powerful filtering and sorting options to help you quickly find and organize information by various criteria. You can also sort the table to arrange information in a way that makes the most sense for you, whether it's by salary, increased percentage, or any other key metric. The column editor allows you to customize the table layout to fit your needs. Columns highlighted in orange can be added to the table. You can add or remove columns, rearrange them, and adjust the display to focus on the most relevant data for your team. For managers handling international employees, another way to view converted pay is with the converted current pay column. By default, employee pay is displayed in their local currency. However, if you prefer to see in your own currency, you can add the converted current pay column. Additionally, if you change the currency view for your budget, the converted current pay column will automatically update to match, keeping everything aligned. As we look at the table, you'll notice several input columns that allow you to adjust compensation. You can enter a specific pay increase amount, adjust by new total pay, input a percentage increase, or a lump sum. These flexible input options are there to make your life easier. Another valuable tool for planners is the planner status page. This page allows upper-level managers and planners to track the submission status of all planners beneath them. It provides real-time visibility into who has completed their merit planning and who still needs to submit. Looking at the page, we can see Michael Scott's planner status, as well as the planners reporting to him. Here, I can immediately tell that my submission is still pending, along with others in my team. The For Submit button allows upper-level planners to finalize submissions on behalf of a planner if needed. When a planner submits their recommendations, the system will update their status with a green check mark. If a planner has not yet submitted, a gray X will appear, making it easy to track outstanding submissions and ensure everything is completed on time. All right, that wraps up our HyperEquity Planner demo. Thank you for joining us, and we hope this demo helps you navigate your merit planning with confidence.